Hi, it's Rosie from RoseByNameCo. I'm here today to show you my new journal called The Window. I know that everybody's making Christmas journals, and I'm here, thinking about the window, maybe about summer, maybe about faraway places. I do love looking at windows in my own backyard, as well as whenever I'm traveling. I like to take lots of pictures of them, windows and doors, both. I have some kind of I have some obsession with them in a way because I have thousands of pictures of them. I love just looking at what's in a window and how the window is made, all the beauty that is there with the windows. So this one is a hardcover. It is a 9x6, which is larger than the other ones that I've made so far. But it was fun to work with, to have bigger areas to work through and add things into and so on. So this is the cover of it with the Tim Holtz hardware and photo from a Digi kit from Mrs. Cog's Crafts. She has some wonderful kits for anything that you might need. This is a part of a bookmark that runs through it, and this is all the fluff that you see on the top that I like to add a lot of, and I know I have to slim down a little bit. The tassel is just ribbon and some twine and so on. I didn't add any charms to this one because I thought it was just pretty enough with the colors that it has that matches the cover quite well and so on. And the back, oh yeah, I'm sorry, it does have 3 signatures that I've done the pamphlet style, and it seems to be holding quite well. The back is about the same, and this material is just beautiful. It does have lots of pattern on it, and it's very thick, maybe some brocade of some sort. There's lace here added, 3 different kinds, and it just looks really pretty. And on the bottom too, I have lots of more charm and other charms as well, and also lots of fluff that I like really all over the place, like in the middle as well. So for those who like that kind of stuff, it's pretty much what we want. And here on the front here, I have this lovely flower that I got from a snail mail pal of mine from Japan. It looks really lovely here. And there's about 120 pages, front and back, and lots of inserts that we will find out. It has this lovely thing, the accordion effect that I love. Okay, enough of that. So here on the first page, I do have my card that I will include here for the person who bought this journal. And on the bottom and on the top we have lots of lace, and I left this just the way it is, pretty enough. Over here on the first page we have an old letter and some material that I just sewn on. We do have 2 journal cards. This is from Mrs. Cog's Crafts. She does have quite lovely digital kits. You should check them out. And on the back, of course, I've backed everything with some paper, lined or non-lined, whichever it is. I did sew on here, almost turns out to be almost like a drape that she's standing beside and doing her sketches on the window. Over here I did a little collage, just something to write them maybe a very quick note or something on. On the next page we have more of the journal cards. Here I also made a drape that is right on top. Looks almost like it was really there with some beads on it. And here is a pullout of some windows that I found in a book. I believe it's about Madrid in Spain, about some old buildings that have quite lovely windows. Here I did some stamping and put on some more ribbon, beads. I have the stamp. It kind of looks like a window, and I just thought I would use it. Here I put a little bit of a tag and made a tuck spot. And this is from another Digi kit. I believe it's from Artymaze. And in the back we have a little tuck spot with a heart and a flower. more stamping. Most pages are embellished in some way, 95% I would say probably, just because I don't like plain pages myself. And even though I did leave you lots of space to journal on, I still added something throughout it just for some interest and some for texture. I'm big on texture. So this one does have fabric in the back. You could still write on it with a pen or gel pen. And I love this photo that I got from an old encyclopedia. The little gentleman at the window, they're quite cute. And I don't know if it's raining or snowing, but it's a lovely image of a window. This is a little notebook. Actually, this is attached to it. And just some different papers are inside for you to write on. It does have a strip of fabric, and you can just put it back on like this. Over here we have a charm of a butterfly. Isn't that quite pretty? Quite a pretty butterfly here. It's quite large too. Beautiful. And I put on some fabric here that I stitched through, and some stamping. This is a print from the Graphics Fairy. And here, inside here, we have another little notebook. Actually, there's notebooks all over. This one is also lots of writing paper. And she is looking through the window while taking a break, maybe during her sewing. And anything that you might see outside the window, this is the middle of the first signature. Anything you might see outside, like flowers. I just love this one. Beautiful flower. And it's a journal card that you can put more messages on. Another flower here as well. And also most tags, sorry about that, most tags also have some ribbon on it as well, and lace, just for more interest and beauty. And here's another window stamp that I have, kind of a window, but anyways, it's got leaves, and that's, you know, you might see like English ivy or something like that. Here's a little beaded charm on a clothespin, the old-fashioned kinds. I love these lobster claw hooks, I believe they call them. And an old house that looks like a castle, but lots of windows, interesting windows on that one. A little bit of a rose stamping. Here's a page with quite a lot of actually fabric and lace on top. So it did make quite a nice tight pocket, and I love the fringe that's on here. I don't know if you can really see it, but there's a fringe right through, and it holds again this lady by the window that was taking a break. And it is a folder with a little poem about the windows, that universe to share with the world. So here's a tag in a little envelope with some more paper in it. This is from, I believe, from another Digi kit that came with some windows as well, Artymaze, I believe. And over here, just another journal card. And more tacked on fabric. A muslin, this one I believe. More beads here, and another tuck spot. You know, you can tuck in, some things are empty just so that you can fill it up. And this one's looking through the window as well, tucked in right here. Look at this lady. Actually, my daughter Christina sent me this one, this beautiful rubber stamp of this ballerina. So I just thought she was just so pretty. I put it in here. Here's another. I don't know if you can see that. Oops. Another pullout of windows from Spain, and as well on the castle. Anything that you might see outside the window, like the bird nest, possibly. I wish that I could see that every day, but not quite. This one has a vintage card. It is written on it, and it does say, I believe, Happy New Year in German. But it has some beautiful golden windows during Christmas time. And this one has also a stamp over here. I love this stamp too. It's very, very dainty, I would say. So this is the end of the first signature. We're just through the first signature anyhow. This is my daughter. This is my own photography, and my daughter Maya, who so graciously posed for me. She was more than happy to, because she wants to be a model and an actress. So I don't know what she's looking for, whether she dropped something here, but she is sitting here by the window, and I just thought the dress just looked so pretty and everything, so I put this one in here. Over here we have the Mrs. Coggs Digi kit photo, and also another one. This look at this one here too, the French. I just love Frenches. So this goes back in here. This is the second signature. It does have some more beads over here, and more flowers, and some geese or ducks for a note to put in. Here's my daughter again. This one is, she's actually sitting right by the window, and it's a lovely image, possibly a new classic. I love the lines, how it turned out. I photographed it and then embellished it on the computer, and it just looks like possibly in the olden days, one of those art paintings. A little tag over here, just some color. And a chair, you know, you might have a chair outside to sit on, so you look out the window, see a chair. This is from a children's book. It has this beautiful image of a little girl looking out the window and the world that she's seeing, and I just left it the way it is. You can read it if you would like. You can write beside it. There's some stamping here. This one I sewed off a belly band right across, and there's a little butterfly in here, a little bit smaller than the other one, but also quite pretty. And another, this one I made into a card, so you can still write on it. And more a digital background here. Here's another little notebook. Yes, I love making notebooks. So this one has some fabric on the bottom, and it has fabric over here. Just seems to go with it, almost like a little boho or something section here. And goes right in here. Some stamping and a pocket from a ledger. Just some painting here that I added. Actual painting. And here is that little charm of a fan. Sorry, I keep kicking that. Of a fan that is just the cutest little thing. You know, maybe a window fan, or if it's really, really hot in the summer, you might be using it. And there's more ledger paper for you to write on. This one I made almost like, I tried to make it like a, you know, painting that you hang up. Of course, it's a journal card. You can write on it, or a tag, whichever you might call it. But it's got muslin right around it, and some lace, and over here as well. So this is a music sheet with a pocket. Some stamping on the back, backed with brown craft paper. This is another pullout. A beautiful country image, real ephemera. I do have a lot of real ephemera in here as well. So this is from a book that was about windows, all kinds of different ones. And I really love this one because it really, really is, it has the country look and feel on it with some fruit. In the back, it does have an empty spot. I did leave it empty on purpose, so you can add whatever it is to it, and then put some lines as well. This is my own photography where you see RCV. That's my own photography of a window that was taken in Croatia. Also made it look a little bit more old-fashioned. And there's a stamping here, a butterfly. There's that second signature ribbon. A little bit bigger journal card to get more on it. And inside each middle is more little beads. Over here is another notebook, so that, you know, you have lots of extra space to write on. And you can't tell me you don't, Rosie, you don't leave me enough space. But anyways, so lots of different little papers in here, and also like a little drape or something here. You can close it with that and clip it back on here. So there's these beads throughout, corner stamping, rose. Another pocket here, it's empty. Please do fill it up. And more ledger paper. Here's another bead charm here, and some fabric I've added on. That's the other side of the painting. This one has this beautiful old image of roses that I loved, and I just put a little bit of book page in here. So it's like a little folder into this pocket. And here is a little charm. I think it's sleeves and a belly band, and here I included an actual card. It's blank. You might want to use it somehow. Yellow. I like yellow as well. So that goes in there. This one flips out, and you have lots of space here to journal on. This one, again, journal card, tucks in here. This one is a little pocket that comes out, and it just has some paper. You can write in the back, but in the front is some old letter, again, that I got from Mom. And I'm trying to use as much of it as I can. So it is a real old letter. And this is in a doily and cheesecloth. And that tucks in here. Some stamping here. More stamping. And over here, another card. I didn't fill it up. You can, envelope. You can fill it up whichever way you want. And this is a pocket, but it's removable. So you can remove it and put it back. It does have a beautiful image on the back of flowers as well. So it just clips back on like that. And here's an image that I took in Croatia of the cathedral in Zagreb. And it's got lots of windows, a ton of windows. I would like to use some more of that in the future. And a beautiful, everything is coffee stained, beautiful coffee stained page with some charms on here. And of course the top ribbons are always there. Here's a pocket. It's a full pocket, and it is made of ribbon and some lace over here. It's holding quite well. And this a vintage photograph I have in a collection of lots of photographs that I've got all together at one time. And here's an old window. This is probably back in 40s, I believe, from some of the other photos. So there's cheesecloth here and some writing paper or letter and book page all together. I love making collages, so that's one of the collages. And here's a lady sitting by the window taking another break. It does have a poem in the back and a paper that flips out, and a tag as well. And here I've sewn this pocket in and put some more fabric. So this is the third signature we're coming on, and we got more beads again. And here's my daughter. And this is a beautiful image. Her dress is just flowing, and she looks very pretty here, reading books. She is learning to love books as well. So that is another by the window image by me. And another belly band here with all fabric, and another one of those photos. I do find it interesting. I don't know, this man is standing here almost like he's just staring at the window, but I believe if you look really, really close, there's a little girl or boy right in there, right by his feet. So I don't know really what he's looking at, but anyways, I find it interesting myself. So it's backed up. You can write on it. Again, cheesecloth and letter and paper from a book. Digital print. This is from a book. And this is also from a book. We saw one of them earlier, the little girl in the window. More of the painting, and this one's backed up with one of those old-fashioned thing holds safety pins. A white ledger paper that flips out. You can write on. This came in a menu, and I love the paper, and I don't know, it has date, occasion, you can write on that. Guests, and here's another lady. This is just a random public domain photo that I found, again, by the window. More beads and stamping, and everything on the bottom has some kind of fabric. Over here, another flip out from that book with old-fashioned windows, or at least maybe country windows. Look at this. Look at this egg carton. Quite the design on that. In the back, I put this beautiful stamp that I have a butterfly and some leaves. It just came out really well. And then the next page is just blank. And this lady is sitting by a window in this beautiful dress. Sorry, here I see her better. And in the back, again, it's backed up with coffee dye paper, and everything in the journal has little details such as this. So anywhere you look, you will see something if you have the time to look. I also saw in the dictionary the definition of a window, so I included it here, and just sewn around it a bit and made it into a pocket. And this is some kind of, I think, tracing paper pocket. And when you look out the window, of course, my favorite thing to see is squirrels. I feed them every day. I probably shouldn't feed them peanuts every day, but I do throw it out and they come running. So that's something you would see out the window. And so this is the third signature marker. And another little write-up about the window, the plant window. A little bit newer paper here. And then here's another one of Maya, and she's reading another book by the window, and her dress just looks just flawless here with all the grooves and everything, so I just included it here. And rose stamping here, and lots of ribbon on the sides and fabric on the bottom. This is the other side of the guest's paper. And white ledger paper that flips out. More stamping and gathered stitching here. Painting. Another flip out with lines on them that I've added. And this one, this lilac or lavender page here, beautiful colors. And a little charm here as well, and a safety pin. So it does have a journal card and another little collage here that I made. Look at this one, the owl. Isn't it cute? Little owl charm pinned on here with this claw or lobster claw hook, and some stamping as well, and also stamping on the bottom with this measuring stamp I have, this long, it's this long thing I got in Croatia. And then some stitching here. Some blank pages. I tried really, because really I just like to embellish pretty well everything, so only a few things have actual blank pages. And this one here is also my photograph of a window. It was a plain window, but I added lilacs in it, one of my favorite flowers. And it just adds a little more interest and color into it. And here's a little notebook as well for some different pages. And this one has quite an interesting layout. It has cheesecloth and ribbon, and then more ribbon and fabric on top as well. So quite a lot of texture throughout this whole book, as you can see. Too much, I know, that's my thing. And on the bottom too, I have these ladies, a stamp that I got. It's also a long stamp with lots of different fashions. So this one here has more beads. There's beads, lots of beads all over. And so we come to the end of the journal. It does have the original photo from the front over here, and writing on the back as well, of course, and another one here, and writing on the back. And as well, so these are the two pockets. I'm so sorry about the bumping this thing. I really don't know how other people do it. Where do I put the camera so it's not so much in my way, but you can see everything. So everything is stitched. A lot of stitching, a lot of sewing in this journal. Some of it a little bit glue, but really a lot of sewing. Everything has lace or some sort of fabric on it, some embellishment like charms and pockets, tuck-ins, belly bands, all that lovely stuff that we like to use. And on the back page here, I did sign it and the date that I completed it. And anyone, I will add some more of these hook, lobster claw hooks in here, and then somebody can just attach something to it. So this is the end of the window. This journal is going to a lovely new home. I hope she is enjoyed through its entirety. And thank you again for watching. I appreciate you coming by. I think I have all of maybe 2 subscribers, but it's a start, you know, you have to start somewhere. So thank you again for watching. Again, Rosie from RoseByNameCo, finishing up this journal here called The Window. Thank you. Bye-bye.